Hey guys, how are you today? I hope you're doing well. It's been a rainy day. Anywho, sometimes I have these topics in my mind that I want to cover. And for some strange reason, I always forget, but I love how people just remind me of topics I really do need to speak about. Now, the other day, I got a message from a lady who tells me that she sees that my page is getting traction and she just wanted to let me know that if not that I am beautiful, no one will care about what I say. Honey, angry much? Now, comments like this don't bother me at all because it's been a norm from when I was little till my growing age. And the truth is, I wanted to speak about the topic of pretty privilege. Now, there are different kind of pretty privileges. There are some just because you're beautiful, you get privileges, and there are some because you're light skinned, you get privileges. Now, let's jump into it. Now, realistically, if we sit to think, we do not decide how we come out. That is a decision between our parents and God. You never know if your kid is going to come out looking good or not good. It all boils down to choices. Now, it being not my choice, it is not my place to question it or feel bad about it or not to be taken seriously because of it. Now, let's have a realistic, honest conversation. I would never sit down here and tell you that there are no perks to being beautiful. They are. And the truth is, a lot of women have, because they know they're beautiful, they have made this their whole lifestyle, which is a very dangerous thing to do in the long run. Now, you see a lot of women, beautiful women, getting admiration, getting gifts, all because of the way they look, and that is just the gift they get. But let me tell you something, beauty gets you in the room but doesn't keep you in a room. It's like a rich man who lacks character. Now, you might be rich and you might get the attention of people around you, but your character ultimately decides if you're going to be taken seriously or not. Now, let me tell you guys the other part of being beautiful, which most people don't even think about because they just look at the surface level and think, okay, everything must be going great for her. And yes, as much as a lot of women just focus on their outer beauty and don't want more substance to themselves, the rest of us actually do suffer for that. Now, if you're a woman and you're beautiful and you have an educational background and you have critical thinking and all of the above, sometimes you have to fight way harder to be taken seriously. Yes, the face is going to get you in the room, but majority of the time, that's the only focus people have. It doesn't matter how intelligent you are. It doesn't matter what you bring to the table. You literally have to be excellent to be considered average at best. You could work yourself to the bone trying to prove to people that you are actually intelligent, but they will never take you seriously because all they see is the outer appearance. And to some, they think that's a benefit, but trust me, it's not. Because an educated woman, a smart woman, wants to be heard for what she brings to the table and not the way she looks. Because we all know that beauty doesn't last. Beauty is a passing moment that one day you have it, the next day you don't. In fact, you could actually fall sick, and due to that, your face changes. So, yes, you want people to remember you for what you bring to the table. Now, secondly, if you make beauty your whole lifestyle, instead of you growing, you're going to feel like you're being erased from the public because people base all that value on the way you look. And that brings me to another topic I wanted to discuss. A few weeks ago, there was a picture of Tiwa Savage all over the internet, and I wanted to discuss it. A lot of people told her, oh, you're getting old, you should step down and all that. Now, mind you, the weather in December was extremely hot, and I don't care how good your makeup is, it will crack. And sometimes those cracks look like wrinkles. But you see, when I sat back and thought about it, it wasn't because they thought she was old. It's because they put so much value on her outer appearance and not the value of her work. Now, when it comes to someone like Tiwa Savage, that woman is amazing. If you go into her background a little bit, you will see she went to Berkeley. She literally worked her way through the industry, and an industry that did not favor women at that point. She literally paved the way for young women to come out today and feel special. She moved through a male-dominated industry. She moved through all the chaos, the family issues, everything, and she always came out on top. And the one thing I always notice about her, apart from the fact that she's goddamn gorgeous, she actually had talent. She had music that could shake a room. I would actually love to meet her, but I think I'll be too shy actually. If I ever saw her, I think I'll back off like, oh, if I go irritate someone. And you see, most of you came out and said, oh, she should step down, she should give way for the younger generation. Honey, she created the way for the younger generation. She is a legend in the industry. And just because you're getting older does not mean you should actually step down from the thing you love the most. As long as the public still desires her, she will perform. And instead of you guys mocking her and say, oh, she has wrinkles and all, you should actually praise her for the energy she brings to the stage. She literally performs with all her heart. But this is the problem when you make beauty everything. 3, let's even speak about relationships now. Yes, because of your face, you will be more desirable to a lot of people, but half the time, I promise you, those people are not serious about you. They do not see you anything more than a face. Majority of them just want to get in between your, you know what I mean. It takes a very intelligent man to look past the outer beauty and say, hold on, this woman actually has substance. And I'm sorry, it does take a very strong man to actually deal with a beautiful woman. Because if you're not mentally strong, your weak points are going to start showing. A lot of men get very insecure around beautiful women because they have this whole idea that, oh, if I have her, 10,000 other men will want her. They become very paranoid, missing the fact that women generally, when they do like you and when they're in love with you, they stick to you. It doesn't matter if you're successful or you're poor. If they choose you, they choose you. A lot of violent situations that have happened towards women came from insecure men just because of a face that the women cannot control. We are born the way we are born. We don't have a choice in the matter. So half the time when you look at very attractive women, majority of those women are very, very lonely because men are too afraid to approach them. And it's not like they complain. You know what? It's actually safer for them to just be alone. Now, I think this is number 4. Having a cute face attracts a lot of unwanted attention. It makes people bold. It makes them feel like they're entitled to your time, your space, and your energy. Beautiful women are always being sexualized, and that's not okay. The list goes on the disadvantages of having a pretty face, but let's not also forget that there are problems that come also from our fellow women. Like this, for example, having the audacity to inbox a woman and tell her that her value is based on her face, or the fact that it creates unnecessary competition. Women sometimes forget how to be friends with you because they are in constant competition with you. Sometimes they will take your kindness for arrogance. Basically, the picture they paint in their head is never what the reality is, but hey, we have no choice again. And the best part out of all is when you have a cute face, if you haven't established yourself in a form that attracts certain advantages, no one ever helps you. People feel because you're light-skinned or you have a cute face, you don't need help. And even when you do approach certain people for help, they look at you like, you're good, you're well taken care of. And sometimes it could get painful. I remember in my early 20s when I really was struggling and I really needed help. All people told me was, don't worry, you'll find someone to help you, but never them. I had to literally struggle through life and figure everything on my own. And at the same time, yes, it did make me proud. Even if I am dying, I will not ask anyone for anything because I do not want the insult from that. Having a cute face also makes people entitled to what you have. There is no day I wake up that I don't see people begging for money and everything. And I wonder, I'm like, where do you guys think I'm getting the money from? Anyway, that doesn't even matter. Also, it is very difficult for a beautiful woman to be successful because the general public will always feel like someone has to be backing them up. Someone has to be sponsoring their lifestyle. There is no way in God's green earth that they could actually achieve something on their own. And this is strictly because they put value on the face more than the intelligence. So yes, as much as there might be perks for some people that are very lucky, for the rest of the world, it's not that easy. It's not fun. You can get into more trouble than you want to get into trouble just because of the way you look. And like I keep saying, this is something that you cannot control. And yes, for those of you who make comments in my on my post saying, oh, because you're so beautiful, I couldn't even pay attention to what you were saying. I find that extremely insulting. I know you were trying to be cute, but you can do way better than that. No one wants to take the time to make a video and you say, oh, I couldn't even listen to you because you were just cute. It is insulting. Anyway, guys, have a lovely day. Mama got her painting gear on. Let me go make some beautiful art. I still have so many older ones I need to post. Oh, God, when I tell you 24 hours is not enough, believe me. But guys, stay graceful, stay beautiful, stay amazing. And for some women out there, even if you're not physically attractive the way you would like, trust me when I tell you, you are blessed. You have other things that make you special, and those are the things you should focus on. Forget about what the world thinks. We are all beautiful in our own way, and we are all children of God at the end of the day. Mwah!